So if you step up to the front of your mat and bring your feet together, big toes together. Okay, lift the toes up, spread them back down again. Try to create that nice wide brace through the front of the feet and then all the way around through the edges to the heels and then back round and lift the inner arches of the feet. All right, and then standing tall, shoulders back and down, and you're in mountain posture. So we're constantly thinking about good form through the practice this morning. Engaging bandhas, you have a root lock, Mula Bandha, and you have an abdominal lock, Uddiyana Bandha. So engage your core. Take your hands up, close the eyes, and let's just take some breath. So our Ujjayi breath is through the nose, and we sound the breath in the back of the throat. And we deliver that breath into the rib cage. So your breath is the most important part of this practice, so always come back to the breath when you're working through your postures. So Surya Namaskara A begins with an in-breath, raising the hands up to the ceiling, and then exhale, fold, draw the belly in and fold down. Inhale, look up, chest lifting, keep looking forward as you step back. And then from here, come down to Chaturanga, elbows to ribs. In breath, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back, and then tuck your toes into your down dog. So, you could pedal the heels up and down in your down dog, drawing the belly in and lifting the hips high, opening the shoulders. All the while breathing. Lengthening out and bring the feet back to the hands, look up, inhale. Exhale, fold again, tuck the head in. And inhale, reach it up. Follow your thumb. And exhale, return Tadasana. Feet together. Inhale, take it up. Exhale into Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the chest, flatten those hands, stepping back. Look forwards, come down, elbows tucked. Thighs on, lift the chest. Roll the shoulders back, inhale, tuck the toes into down dog. So, stretching your mat sideways to open the shoulders. Breathe into your ribs, sounding the breath in the back of your throat. And then bring those feet back to your hands. Inhale, look up. Exhale, folding again. Inhale, reach it up. And then this time we'll fold straight back down to Uttanasana. Tuck the head in. Inhale, lift the chest, flatten those hands. Take the body like a plank, down. In breath up dog, thighs are on, lift the chest. Inhale, exhale to down dog. Okay, fingers are spread wide at the front of the mat, feet are hip distance, back of the mat. Mula Bandha, so that perineum squeeze, pelvic floor engagement, and then deep abdominals, drawing deep in, below the belly button, above the pubic bone, drawing in and up. Sounding the breath in the back of your throat. And then bring those feet back to your hands. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, reach it up. And once again, exhale, fold. Tuck your head in. Lift your sit bones. Inhale, lift your chest. Flatten your hands. Look forwards. Come down, Chaturanga, elbows tucked. In breath, thighs are on. Roll the shoulders back and into down. Take some breath there. Open up. Shoulders rolling from ears. And then bring those feet to your hands. Look up, inhale. Exhale, fold. And inhale, reach it up. Once again, exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. Flatten those hands. Look forwards, come down, chaturanga, elbows tucked. In breath, lift your chest and roll your shoulders back. Exhale to down again. Now pivot your left foot, step your right. Reach it up into Virabhadrasana. One, inhale. Come back down. High plank. Look forwards, elbows tucked. In breath, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, exhale down again. Now pivot your right foot, step your left. Reach it up into warrior one, inhale. And then come back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Lift the chest, roll the shoulders back and into that. So starting to build some heat now with breath and movement. Your gaze is soft through to the back of the mat or further up to knees or navel. Shoulders rolling from ears. And bring those feet back to your hands. Look up, inhale. Exhale, folding. Now bend your knees. Utkatasana, inhale. And exhale, fold again. So we're keeping that flow of breath and movement. Inhale, look up. Flatten your hands, step or jump. Come down, elbows tucked. In breath, lift your chest. And exhale to down. Pivot your left foot, step your right. Knee and ankle aligned. Square the hips, inhale. Follow the hands up. Come back down. High plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to your up dog, back bending. Exhale to your down dog. Now pivot your right foot, step your left. Reach it up to warrior one. Inhale. Come back down. Gazes forwards, body like a plank, elbows to ribs. In breath, thighs are on. And into down. So, starting to feel that body opening up. Starting to get a little bit more, find a little bit more edge in your postures. And then you can step or jump your feet to your hands. Look up, inhale. Exhale, Uttanasana. Bend those knees. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, we'll fold again. Inhale, lift the chest. Flatten the hands, step or jump. Come down to chaturanga, exhale. Inhale to your up dog. And exhale to your down. This time, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. And then take the right hand up and open up. And breathe. Bring that hand inside. Pivot the left foot. Take the right hand up. And then from there, we're going to take this right foot, we're going to lift it up. Then hold that position as you lower to chaturanga and then inhale to your up dog. Exhale to your down. Now step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. And take your left hand up. Breathe. We bring that left hand down inside of left foot and pivot the right. Take the right hand up. Stay with your breath. We'll take the left foot and lift it. Take the head well over the hands as you lower to chaturanga. Inhale to your up dog. And exhale to your down. Pull the abdominals deep. Sound the breath in the back of your throat. Roll the shoulders from ears. Lengthen out all the way down through to the heels. And then when you're ready, bring those feet to your hands, inhale, look up. Exhale, folding. Now bend the knees. Draw the belly in, send the tailbone down, and exhale, come back to Tadasana. Okay, so we've warmed the body up now. Take the hands on the hips and step or jump your feet hip distance apart. Check that alignment. Inhale, look up and back, little back bend if you want, pushing the hips forward over the feet. And then fold it down. And reach with your first 2 fingers around your big toes. Look up on the in-breath, lift the chest, pull the belly in. And then fold it down. Shake the head to release any tension in your neck. Draw your abdominals deep and lift your sit bones high. Flexing through the elbows, finding that edge, never stationary. Look up, inhale. Now take your hands underneath your feet, toes and wrists. Inhale to look up. And exhale, fold. So sit bones lifting high. Releasing wrists. Breathe. And inhale, look up. Exhale, hands to hips. Bandhas 2. Come up, step or jump. Your feet back together. And then step your right foot out. Tuck your left foot and turn your right. Reach long with this right arm and reach high with your left. Right hand down the leg or foot, big toes. Reach. So wingspan is stretching, hips are not sticking out to the back. Led by your breath. Strong from the floor, and on the in-breath, come up, tuck the right foot, turn the left. Reach with the left arm, as long as you can. Down the leg with the foot, big toe if you can, and open up. Front thigh rolling out and away from the hip socket, and then come up. So we do a rotated version. Step the right foot out slightly, turn the left. Take the left hand down to the outside of the right foot. Take the right hand up to the ceiling. Twist, reach, open, breathe, and come up. Turn around. Set the right hand down to the outside of that left foot. Reach up, open up, breathe. Sound the breath in the back of your throat. Breathe into your ribs. And then come up. Release those arms. And we're coming back to the front of the mat. Feet are together, shoulders are back and down. We're going to step it out. A little bit longer. Stretch it out. Turn the right foot, bend the right knee. Take the right hand down to the outside of the right foot. Reach the left arm up and over. And lift the ribs. So the edge of the back foot, pressing firmly into the floor. Rib cage lifting. Gaze can be up to the hand or to the side. Knee above the ankle. Breathe, come up. Turn round. Left knee above ankle, left hand down, outside of left foot. Left arm up and over. Keep stretching the fingers away from the edge of your back foot. Keep lifting the rib cage up to the ceiling. Most of all, breathe. And then release. And then come back to the front of the mat. Shoulders back and down. Step it out again. Toes in, heels out. Hands go to hips. Root lock is on, abdominal lock's on. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Take your hands to the floor. In between your feet, look up, inhale. And then exhale, fold. Tuck the head in. Shift the weight through the feet to lift the sit bones high and wide. And breathe. Every breath, just trying to get a little bit deeper. Hands coming further back. And inhale, look up. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, come up, release. Turn the palms around and interlace your fingers and either have the palms open or press the palms together. Bandhas, inhale, and then fold. So focus on that breathing, number one. And then bandhas. And then work on your posture here. Sending the edges of the feet out. Shift the weight through the feet, lift the sit bones, and then work those arms away further from the body. And in breath, come up. Release. Come back to the front of your mat. Take your hands behind your back. If you can, you're taking your hands up to inverted prayer. Otherwise, fingertips to your elbows. So we step it out with the right foot. Short posture. Square the hips, the shoulders. Look up, inhale. Thighs are on. Draw the chest down. Breathe. Toes are spread. Hips are square. Long through your spine. Sound the breath in the back of your throat. So with every breath, trying to get a little bit more range, working that chin towards your shin. Bandha's coming up, inhale, turn around. Set your feet up hip distance. Inhale, look up, draw the belly in, and then leap from your sternum. Drawing the chest down, spine long, over the front thigh. And breathe. Sound that breath in the back of your throat. Both sides strong and straight, but not locking out. And inhale to come up. And then release, Uttanasana at the front of the mat. Ready to balance now. Left hand on hip, right knee's coming up. Standing tall or reaching for big toe. And pressing out. So find your drishti, your gaze. Find your strength, your balance. Lift a little higher near your nose, draw the leg out to the side. Keep the left hand on the hip if you can and look over your left shoulder. Pull on the toes, press into the fingers, standing leg strong. Return to the center. Lift a little higher near your nose, maybe reaching for the foot before you hold the leg out. Hands on hips, thighs are on. Hip flexors, standing leg strong. Don't lean back. Breathe. And come down. Right hand on hip. Left knee's coming up. Find your drishti. And then big toe, if you want. And then stand tall. So everything's switched on. Bandhas. Breath. Core. Thighs. Lift a little higher. Draw the leg out to the side. And maybe look over your right shoulder. Breathe, stand tall. Come back center. Lift a little higher. Maybe reaching for your foot before releasing and holding out. Standing leg strong. And leg reaching. And then bend that leg. And then come down. Okay, good. Take the right knee up again. And this time, reach for your foot. Draw the heel of the right foot up towards the crease of your left hip. And wrap your right hand behind your back. And bind with your left arm. Or maybe further down. Or maybe your foot. So wherever you're at, core's engaged, breath is leading you, and trying to find that edge. Release from there, and then bring the other leg up. Start with that deep hip flexion, and draw the heel of the left foot up towards the crease of the right hip. So we're going to wrap this left arm round. See if you can bind with your right arm or maybe further down. Standing leg strong. And breathe. Sound that breath in the back of your throat. Open up the hips, but don't stress the knee. Breathe, and then release. Okay, well done. So you're back at the front of your mat. We're going to take it up on the in-breath, and then exhale, fold again. Tuck the head, inhale, lift the chest, flatten the hands, step or jump. Come down, chaturanga, head well over hands, elbows to ribs, in-breath, up dog. Exhale down. From here, nice and lightly, bring your feet to your hands. Bend the knees, draw the belly in, sink the tailbone, sink the heels, and reach with the hands. And you can gaze up or forwards. As you reach up, be aware of not hunching up through your shoulders. Drop your shoulder blades down your back. Sound the breath in the back of your throat for Utkatasana. In breath, stand, exhale, fold. Draw the belly in, tuck the head. Inhale, lift the chest, flat hands, step or jump. Come down, look forwards, elbows tucked. In breath, to your up dog, back bending, exhale down. Now, put your left hand, step your right. Come up to Virabhadrasana 1. Reach it up. Follow the thumbs. Stay with your breath. Turn round. And square up through the hips. The shoulders. Back leg strong. Keep reaching up. Drawing the arms back. Now split the arms apart. Set the heels in line. And maybe shuffle a little bit longer. Open the chest. Fingertips reaching away from one another. Arms the same height. Drop those shoulder blades down the back. And inhale, straighten your front leg. Tuck the left foot, turn the right. Bend the right knee. Look out along your front hand. Bandhas, breath. And then bring the hands down, either side of this right foot. And if you want, lift this leg up again. Take the head well over our hands. Come down, exhale, chaturanga. Take a moment in your back bend. Open the chest. And bring the feet to the hands or through the hands and sit down. So, bum cheeks out of the way. Sit tall in Dandasana. So you've done your standing sequence, and now on the floor, focusing on breath. Reach the arms up, inhale, and then fold. Draw the belly in. Reach the hands for the feet or the legs. Once you're there, deep in breath, chest lifting, and then fold. So drawing your chest forwards and down. Your gaze still beyond the toes if that feels okay. Otherwise, that's straining the neck, look down. We're trying to keep lengthening the spine, send the tailbone away. Breathe. And take it into a vinyasa. Cross the legs. Step, roll, jump, whatever you want to do to get the feet behind you. Go through chaturanga to up dog to down dog. Stepping or jumping. Find your way back to the floor. So we'll go through a few different connecting postures. You can choose any for yourself. Now take your hands behind your back and lift the hips. Stretch the toes. Get the head back. Open the chest, lift the hips, the sternum. Take the head back, reach the toes, and then release. So you can carry on with the vinyasa, or you can take your hands forwards a little bit, and then lift the chest, and then fold, and then lift the hips, draw the heels towards you, push the floor away. Breathe. Come back down. Take some breath. Take this right foot and draw it up. Maybe cradle that foot. taking a few moments if you need, and then throwing this heel up towards the crease of your left hip. And then your right hand wraps to bind with this right arm if possible, or maybe even further round to your hand. Then, if you can, you're working that chest forwards and down. Awareness of your left leg, of keeping that aligned. Soft and open on the right leg to open the hips. All those connections to the hips and into the core. Release from there and choose a vinyasa. Okay, so you could do a vinyasa, you could do reverse plank, you could do the L-sit, or you could sit in Dandasana. Stay with your breath. And then we'll try the other side. So left leg, and maybe cradle this left leg, drawing the crease, drawing the heel of the left foot to the crease of the right hip. Working with your body, taking your left hand, wrapping it round to try and bind with your right, or maybe to your foot, or maybe we're still working towards that. Find your breath, your gaze, your drishti is beyond the toes, on the end of the mat if possible. Draw the chest down, sound the breath in the back of your throat, and release. So find your connecting posture, either vinyasa, Ardha or lifting up into this L-sit. Breathe, bandhas, all the way, and release. Draw your right foot in. Make sure there's a distance of a palm between your foot and your thigh. Your right heel's coming in. You're sitting tall. That might be enough. Or reach long with the right arm, wrap it around. See if you can reach for the other hand, or maybe wrist. And then set yourself up, press against the shin, draw the chest forwards, pull the abdominals in, breathe. And release. So whichever connecting posture you want to do, maintain the heat and build your practice, work with that. So we'll have a right leg long and draw the left heel in. Sit tall with the chest. Try wrapping your left arm around. See if you can find the other hand or wrist. And then where you can, draw your chest forwards, press against your shin, breathe. Keep sounding the breath in the back of your throat. And then release. And take it into your connecting posture. You could sit and breathe. You could do reverse plank. So we're going to take this right foot. We're going to draw it in. This time we're going to draw the right foot in tighter to the left leg. I'm going to hug the left leg, twist round to your right. Draw the chest round and breathe. Stay with that one, or press against the outside of the right arm, or try wrapping this arm around and reach and breathe. Looking over your right shoulder, keeping the left leg strong, and breathe. Sit tall and release. Take it into your connecting posture, either sitting in Dandasana, take it to reverse plank, take it to vinyasa, or you could lift the hips up and off the floor. And release down, wherever you're at. So right leg is long, left heel drawn in, and that foot now tighter into the right thigh. Twist to your left. Get that chest round as far as you can. The right leg strong. Maybe press against the outside of that leg, or you could try wrapping your right arm around the outside of the left leg. Breathe. Sound the breath in the back of your throat. And then release. From here, we're all going to do vinyasa because we're going to come to downward dog. Stay with your breath. So from here, we're going to step or jump the feet to the outside of your hands. Okay. Now from here, we're going to see about getting the upper arms underneath and pressing into the thighs pressing into the hand. Okay, so that may be enough for you. Or maybe you can take the hands a little bit further back and you can maybe take the heels of the hands on top of the hands. The heels on top of the hands. Okay, remember you've got to be getting out of this at any point. You'll feel this into your back. Maybe you can go further, and you could try crossing the feet. And then try lifting them off the floor. And then release. From here, let's go back to high plank to low, to up dog, and to down. And then bring your feet back. Okay, good stuff. From here, we're going to take it into Navasana boat posture. So find your sit bone, take your feet off the floor, and reach your arms away. Try extending the legs as much as you can, pulling the belly in, but not collapsing back. Breathe. Draw the chest up and forwards. Reach the arms. Now cross the legs. Make the body as compact as you can. Try and lift your body up and off the floor. Come back down. Let's try one more boat. So find your sit bones. Draw the abdominals in. Reach the arms away. Extend the legs if you can. Pull the belly in. But don't extend those legs fully if you're starting to collapse in the back. Lift the chest. Breathe. Cross the legs. Try for lift off. And then come back down. Vinyasa if you want. Otherwise, come back down. You lie on the floor. Okay. So we're going to start taking it into a closing sequence. A modified, shorter closing sequence. So we bring the heels tight in. Invert the toes. Feel the spine up and off the floor. And lift the hips. Squeeze the inner thighs. Keep lifting the hips and opening up. If you feel you want to do more, you can take the hands behind the side of the head and go for lift off. Come back down. Hug your knees in. Imprint your spine. And we'll try one more. So heels in. Feel the spine up and off the floor. Either interlacing fingers or wrapping hands around the ankles. Or hands to hips. Or hands side of the head. Work on your edge. Take your breath. Push the floor away. Keep strong in the hips, inner thighs. And come down. And hug the knees. Roll yourself up. Stretch your legs out. Reach forward, pull your forward bend to release your back from your back bend. So hands wrapping around feet maybe, or legs. As deep into this as you can go. Pull the abdominals in, send the tailbone away. And don't forget your bandhas here. Release. We're going to cross the legs. Take it through Vinyasa to downward dog. So in your down dog, then come down to your knees. So from here, we're going to set up for either a headstand or preparation for headstand. So you interlace your fingers and you draw your elbows narrower than your shoulders. You press firmly into the mat. Feel that work already into your shoulder girdle and into your lats, your big back muscles. And the head is either off the floor or resting very lightly on the floor. And you work your way up to either your preparation for headstand or your headstand. Remember, you are directed by your breath all the way. Bandhas are on, thighs are on. If you're in headstand, the head is only lightly on the floor. If we're in preparation, the head's off the floor. And maybe in preparation, you might want to try one leg up. If you're doing your headstand, you might want to try taking those feet to look at them. Breath all the way. Returning to your headstand. In your dolphin posture or preparation, maybe the other leg goes up. At any time you need to, when you feel you're ready to come down, you come down. So with control, we come back down to the floor from your inversion. And now you need to just take some rest here. Child's posture. Drop the head down and take some breath. Come back to hands under shoulders, knees under hips, high plank to Chaturanga Dandasana. Exhale. Inhale to your up dog. Lift your chest, roll your shoulders back. Exhale to your down. Step or jump. And sit down. Okay, so we're going to cross those legs now. And you might be doing a half lotus or a full lotus. Take the hands behind and draw the chest down. Or hands in front if you prefer. And coming up. And forefinger engaged. Draw the abdominals deep. Sound the breath in the back of your throat. Stay with this one, or if you want to try Talasana, hands either side, lift up, push the floor away. Mula bandhas on, Uddiyana bandhas on, breath as is, or short, sharp breaths, in and out through the nose. And come back down. Okay. Time to take some rest. Lie back. Tuck the chin in. Take some breath. Maybe roll the head side to side. Feel any tension releasing. And then Just allow the body to surrender to Shavasana, dead man's posture. Feel your breathing coming back towards a steady state. Feel the muscles of the face releasing. So keep returning to your breathing. So let's just start bringing your awareness back down to the room. Deeper breaths, fingers and toes. Walk your feet up, hug your knees in, roll side to side. And roll back round. When you're ready, come back up. Namaste.